Hello and a warm welcome today to Conny Decorates, and
the cameraman is here too.
exactly, all the furry friends too. Everyone out here feels completely at ease, and so do we, because today we've created a new cozy corner for ourselves. That means we can sit here too, and we really like it. We've created a very small, natural setting for ourselves here that truly brings us joy, because before there was only firewood here. And dear friends, if you want to know how this natural floral decoration works, stay tuned because we're going to show you now. And here I am now, and I'm absolutely thrilled because it's really flowery. The weather is beautiful. The sun is shining. It's the end of the workday. And we thought we'd put together a quick decoration here on our house wall. And on the other house wall, we have a small extension. We were lucky enough to be given a door as a gift. And actually, it's just as white on the other side as the other one. But I really love this brown side too. So I thought, let's just go with the theme here in brown, purple and white. Just some completely different colors for a change. And maybe I can just show you that real quick. Last year we hung this bicycle on our wall here. It used to have really bright colors. And I found this bronze shade at the hardware store. It's a spray acrylic paint, and I picked it up. We just barely managed to cover the whole bike with it. And that was just enough, Micha, wasn't it?
It was just barely enough.
Exactly, 2 cans. And last year we just attached some brackets to the wall here, and we'll show you that in a moment. I'll hang the bike up there. Then I gathered everything else I could find. We always have these apple crates. Here I actually found some more wine crates, and then I also had the rusty lantern, just like the one up front that Carmen and Kale gave me, and lots of terracotta pots. Well, not a lot, but I just put what I still had over there, along with lots of flowers. In any case, today I brought geraniums with me. I think the hanging geranium is down here as well. Then down there I have the petunia. Then you probably remember my aloe vera plant from when we filmed inside. I've now brought it outside because it's pretty sheltered here at our place. Up here I have some ivy. And here I have the sweet alyssum again. I think that's really beautiful. It has 3 different shades, lilac, purple and white. Then, just like with the calibrachoa here, we've already had it outside for a few days. So it's really time to plant it today. And then I have phlox here again, this one, the blue one, and here again the phlox in pink. I also think these are really, really beautiful. And they'll also be included in the decoration today. Then, just quickly back here, this is the magic forest. Take a look down in the video description. There are now also some items from Hof Oilkas. And here too, I have 2 different sizes, a rusted metal pendant in small and in large. Then just now I found these bottles up there. I also like them different heights. Then I have soil, I have expanded clay, I have burlap sacks, and I have this here. This was our herb box where our herbs were. I actually took it completely apart yesterday. The herbs are now in the garden. I cleaned it up a bit just to tidy it. This will also be planted now, and I'd say let's get started. It's really simple. Just take off the petals on the other side. We sawed off the handlebars, right, Micha?
No.
Just a regular saw, exactly. Just cut it, sprayed it once, and then just hung it here in the spokes. Super simple, holds really well, and yeah, it's been hanging here since last year. Before that, this was just a wood drying corner for firewood, and we said, since we always look over here from the garden, let's just make it nice and cozy here. And this year we said, let's really add some planting here because we have quite a few trees in the yard, but there's still a lot of sun here. That means there's sun here, but also partial shade. That means we have the plants here, just like that. I would say, for example, the petunias here need sun, geraniums too. And of course, it's good if we get plenty of sunlight here. And I'd say, let's keep going. So my plan is actually to create a little backdrop here with what we have. You really don't need much, and even if you only have a small space, you always have the option to create a little backdrop with completely natural things. And here we have this old wooden well stump, I'll just call it, that we've had for a long time. You can see that too. Because of the watering, there's always some moisture here, and I'm just going to place it back here behind the bicycle, since the wall extends a bit to the side, and it'll go here by the rear wheel. I actually moved it a bit further back because I want our wooden box here, I just want it to be a little higher. I did it the same way in the herb garden. Exactly that way they get good airflow from below. It can circulate really well, the water can drain off, and that's how I imagine it here at the back, behind the bicycle. A little tip, when you start decorating, first clear everything away, make some space, and then start with the basics. Find the centerpiece, start with that, and then you can see, what else do I have? And then you can decorate around it. And this wine crate, I'm going to put it here on the rear rack. And last year we did that with the basket. It was planted with flowers, and that works wonderfully as well. I still have 3 apple crates, and what I do is simply stand the 2 bottom ones upright and place the top one across them. And now you have a bit of space everywhere. You can really let your creativity run wild with the decoration. You can also add some nice wood pieces in there. That makes it look really nice and natural. And I also found this crate, which I think is really cool, especially if the theme continues over here. You can just lean it against the door here, and then later you can see how everything looks together. What you definitely can't leave out is, of course, the burlap fabric. So it's always worth it to buy a roll of this from time to time. And I think it's really super natural and always provides great protection, especially here for planting. And such, it's always very optimal. And now I'm just going to take a leftover piece I had and lay it inside the wooden crate. Back here in the crate, these are the potato sacks. I'm going to put the burlap fabric in here as well. And I think it looks really cute. It doesn't matter whether there's writing on it or not. But it really gives it that authentic farm feel, especially if you let it hang out a little bit. And now I'm going to add another layer down here. The best thing about this corner is that we can completely redecorate it, right, Micha? Here you can hang wreaths, or you can add hanging plants from above. And that really adds something, so you don't just over-decorate the terrace and fill every corner, which we do anyway. But here we really have plenty of space and freedom to decorate with you and for you. And now we're going to continue. I'm going to carefully put my soil into the box here, just like I did with the herbs. The other soil from the herbs, I just put it in our garden as usual. We have lots of corners, and that's where the humus just gets topped up. Boyfriend, girlfriend, fancy car, you're insatiable. You just want more. Climbing mountains, crushing your goals. And I find the colors are just gorgeous, and this one here in pink I think is absolutely perfect for this, so I'm just going to mix them a bit. Exactly. I'm going to arrange this a bit into position. And this was from a Christmas decoration. I think we had it on the column, and I've just left it like that. And now I'm just going to put it here, I'd say kind of in the corner. And then I also found a bit of bark, and of course that's going in as well. Then we also have this elongated tree root here, and I just say I'll carefully place it back here now. Of course, be careful with the plants. I've now quite spontaneously, and it actually fits well, decided to add this in here as well. I can also carefully move the plant to the front, but it really fits quite well like this. There's plenty of space, and now a bit more soil will go on top, and that's it. Now we have this large tree root here, which was also used as decoration on top of the herb box. I think it's really cute to just place it in front of the bicycle like this. That way you get a little forest atmosphere. Here I have a white petunia, and it's going into a small terracotta pot now. It also has a hole. I also have a saucer for it. Put in plenty of soil, and now with the saucer it just goes onto the wooden disc, which I think looks really nice. Now we have a bit more height here. I also think it's pretty cool that there's some more white in there, and just go ahead and add the pine cones, the natural touch. And up here I also think it looks nice if we have some more white, and the trailing geraniums are going in here as well. Of course, soil goes in first, turn off the clay.
Start living. You need to know you're beautiful, you're perfect.
The soil is in, and now the 2 trailing geraniums are coming in. I think they look really beautiful, especially with the white ones. Sorry, I just threw the pot away for a moment. And now you just have to make sure you adjust the height again with the soil. And look, they're really nicely packed in. But in any case, it's very sheltered here because there are walls all around. So we really don't have to worry about that. And now fill it up nicely with soil again. What I'm definitely going to do here is add a bit of moss along the sides so that it's a bit more protected when it's watered later, and so the soil doesn't spill out the sides. There's jute everywhere here. That's absolutely no problem, but I also think it gives the whole thing a really natural and beautiful charm. And you don't have to cover everything with it. It's enough if you just overlap it a bit towards the back. In the front, you leave the soil, and here a bit more moss. So very natural. Down here as well, I'm just going to look, these have dried out really well here in our shed, and now I'm just going to take some of these rags and simply lay them on top here as well.
Just like you are, release your control, start to let go.
And now I'm looking at the sizes to decide which pots I'll actually plant with which plants. And I think the lantana, I'll put some soil underneath here as well. Now I'm going to fill all the terracotta pots I have with the plants first.
Take a night off and let yourself go a little crazy.
I remember all things must pass, as they always do here for...
Crazy. Crazy. Release your control, let your body go a little crazy. Just crazy. Crazy.
And now I have here, for the geraniums, I found an old terracotta pot because it's a bit bigger. That means I think I can plant both of the upright geraniums together in here really well. And yes, it fits perfectly. And here too, I'm filling it up with soil again. We're currently in potting mode here. And I noticed that the lantana fits perfectly into these terracotta pots. But if it really gets too big, because I actually have some really large old pots in the back of the garden, I'll take the plants out from back there and of course repot them later. But for now, I'm just going to put it in as it fits at the moment. So there's still enough space. Used up all the pots, amazing. And all the plants have found their place. I've come out onto the terrace again because the horned violets were in here. And yes, exactly, and it wasn't looking so nice anymore. So I took it out, and now I'm just going to take the petunia and simply plant it into the moss here, then add a bit of fresh soil around the outside. And let a bit of moss drape over it again. I think it looks really beautiful. Look, if you just let it hang down like this, it fits perfectly, of course. Now we're already starting with the decoration, because that was the last plant, and I'm going to very carefully go over to the handlebars here. Look, and now you can hang it in here perfectly. Feel free to check out Wholefocus, because there's also a 10% discount with the code Conny10. And we even have these little wire baskets. They're super useful for any kind of decoration, both indoors and outdoors. 10%, that's quite a lot, isn't it, Micha? I think so too. And we said exactly 2 weeks, so there's still a good week left. So it's definitely worth it. Take a look, because I actually forgot to mention this. We still have a lot of these bottle lights, and they even have a timer, which is exactly what I'm going to use. I actually have these bottles, and I just put them back here for decoration, just like that. And then I get the bottle lights, bring them with me, and that way it's lit up here in the evening too. And I think it's going to look absolutely beautiful. Decorating everything is always the best part, isn't it? Of course, planting is also wonderful, but decorating afterwards, when everything starts to take shape, or you can experiment a little bit, that's really special. That always puts me in a great mood and is truly wonderful. And now I'm really going to start just putting the plants here again. We don't have that much space, but for now we're going to fill up what we do have with our plants.
You're beautiful, you're perfect just like you are. Release your control, start to let go.
And what mustn't be missing? The moss mustn't be missing. And right, I'm just going to put this on top here so it really gets that great forest vibe. Or Micha, how does it look from the front?
Yeah, like a little forest.
Like a little forest with exactly a tree stump. And here too, you can still put something inside. Here in the front, we have the flower. As I said, if it gets too tight later, we'll repot it. And then there's always plan B. But for now, they're really well protected here, and I think it fits wonderfully. And I found this one, it was supposed to go in the trash and had been sitting in the garage for a long time. I have no idea why. And I think it fits in really well here with this natural wood theme. And as I said, it's expandable. Now we can really add some nice decorative items here. And for now, I'll just put this one in front of the door. And the rusty lantern, that will, of course, be spruced up again as well. It always had herbal moss in it, but that wasn't looking so great anymore. And now I'm putting in some new dried moss. And since we really want to create a little backdrop here, I'm just going to let it flow outside like this. I always find that truly wonderful. And right here next to it, I'm going to place the upright geranium. And how nice that the shed is right next door. The tree bark is also natural, of course. I always have quite a few branches and pieces of tree bark. And now I'm just going to place that right here in front of the door with the plant pot in front. And our house pig, roof pig, I'll just hang one of those on the door for now. I've put the rest of the bark into the boxes again. And I actually think I'll put this one here into the lantern as well. I actually think that's pretty cool. It's something different for a change. We really like it, don't we?
Yes, it's wonderful.
I think so too, especially when we're sitting there. Now we really have a great view here with all these flowers and this cheerful well, if you think about it. Before we only had wood here, so it's really nice. And when it's lit up here later with the bottle lights, and now I'm going to hang up this wonderful, really wonderful, I think it's just beautiful, this lantern once again. And now I'm just going to see where I'd like to put it. And yeah, I'll just try that out real quick. And it's hanging, the lantern. And we're really considering whether we should actually add a hanging plant in here after all. I think that could look great. I'll just give it a try. Or, as I said, LED lights are also really cool because then this pattern here will be illuminated as well. I think we should just give it a try, Micha, right? Well, it'll get dark and then we'll put a bit of light in there and let ourselves be illuminated a little more here. Exactly, a bit of bottle light. And these horse pieces here, I think they're really cool too. Just like an enchanted forest. That really fits perfectly here. And I think you can just add them in here as well. You don't always have to hang everything up, just decorate a bit with them. I think it's really cool if you have rust up here and then just add a few decorative elements down here. You can also put them in the pots or hang them down again. Using it as a garland here is, of course, also a great idea, my dears. Here it is, our homemade house band. And it's starting to bloom, and these colors here, the lilac, purple and white tones, we really like them a lot. I'm also really curious to see how cozy this corner will get when it lights up. I've already told Micha we still have a metal bench back there. We'll put it here so we can really enjoy this spot, right, Micha?
Yes, let's do that.
Let's do it, exactly. Dear friends, and of course we really hope that we were able to inspire you today. Feel free to check down below in the video description. You'll find a link to Hofilkes there. There are still 10% exactly, and I think that's really worth it. There are some really great things included. And yes, feel free to follow us on Instagram, Facebook or Pinterest. There are always little highlights and it's slowly picking up again. Laura was just in the middle of exams. She's the one who always does the pictures on Insta and also on Pinterest. And I'll say, see you soon, yours, Conny, and
Yours, Micha, your cameraman.
feel hugged, stay healthy. Sunny greetings. See you then. Bye.
Take a night